ARESxGOD here, and we're in the new year. Also, Frieren being back, and I've missed it. This show is so special, and even more with this episode, just makes you think about life, your own emotional things, and even with the theme of this episode, everybody needs emotional support, and they just need to start dating already. I feel you, Zain. But also, this episode's very important decision is being made by Zain, and this one feels a bit like an interlude before we get into the magic exam, the next arc. But let's get into it and talk about it. Now, it picks up from last week, which I was kind of leaning he was gonna do this with Zain having to make the decision what to do. Does he stick with the party, or does he go for his friend to look for him in the opposite direction, Guerrilla Warrior, which is a very hard choice, made even harder a bit because of how well they got together, how well they understood each other, time spent together with people you care for, people that is very fun to be around, even though they're new. And I feel like Blizzard have probably the best timings in Frieren, honestly. We had the first one with Craft, and then here we even see a bit the beginning with Fern and the cute moment with frozen hands. How she touched Stark there, how they are checking her hands, breaking the record, how cold they've gotten playing around there. And Frieren making a manifestation, so to say, it's gonna be fine, no Blizzard. Of course. And then the next day Blizzard comes in and they're stuck again in that village for a bit. But hey, time well spent. Frieren goes to check out this magic shop that has pretty much everything she wants, with this old wizard looking like Gandalf a bit there. All of them spending time however they wanted there. And here they bond a bit more also, which made the decision even harder for Zain. This was, they wanted to spend that one day only for him to decide what to do next, which is not as easy as it sounds. Do you follow what you set out to do? But also things change depending what you want to do, because him spending time with them, he got attached to them, would have been better. I don't know which choice would have been better. I don't know what I would have done myself if I was in that position. You can't really know until you are in that position there. But before we get to his decision, some things happen. Each of them do their own thing that even Zain commented on it. But we have another couple fight, so to say. Stark and Fern got a bit into a fight. Apparently Stark touched her cheek with frozen hands, just sort of like a payback with how she did at the start of the episode. All good in jokes and so on, playful, nothing serious. But hey, you never know how misunderstandings, communications happens. And here in this episode, it's a very good point how it happened. I really like that, because Frieren calls in Zain to mediate between them, and I liked how he handled that situation. He kind of had a prisoner's dilemma. Took them one at a time and interrogated them. But also very calmly listen to them, tell them to calm down, it's not so serious, just talk to each other. Communication is key, and this is why I really liked Zain. I feel like he's so good for the party and for them. Now Fern, the reason why she was angry, of course, Stark, it's always his fault. He admitted that he just wanted to make up with her. He all felt sorry. But here is where Fern makes a very good point. She didn't mind that he touched her on the cheek. She was just scared of his strong arm on his shoulder. He probably put too much strength. He didn't control his strength, or just his presence, his intimidation there. And tells him next time after they make up, thanks to Zain also, just be gentler, be more calm there. And he understood that it's something very simple that can explode out of proportion, so to say. Just talk, be it a couple, be it somebody you care about, family member, friend, doesn't matter what, just talk and be honest with people. Everybody has their own limits, their own interpretations, their own views, things. if you communicate, you can understand each other more and respect that. This is why I really liked the first half, and Zayn calming them and allowing them to talk was awesome. But after this, I felt it so much when he said that just start dating already. That's very true. They really need to start dating already. I feel you, Zayn. And I liked how Frieren keeps praising him and like a child in a way. And even he made that observation, but he doesn't mind it. He just asked, "Why do you want to travel with me? Why do you want me to travel with you?" And back to the last few episodes when we met Zayn, kind of her dislike of her own kind, with them being similar and not wanting to start the journey, how she didn't want to start the journey with Himmel, but she also wanted to do the same thing for him that Himmel did for her, and kind of gave me this pay it back. Somebody does something nice for you, you want to do the same things for others if you can. She wanted to give Zayn a reason to travel there, and also with them, and also for him to follow his dream, to go after his friend there. And he does in fact that's his choice. He decides to go after his friend. They split up with a really quick goodbye, and Stark was like, that was pretty quick. Yeah, he's an adult, which is a very good point, but also it was hard. If probably that wasn't a quick goodbye, he would have regretted his choice. So sometimes a quick goodbye is better because of a tough decision. And even we see him thinking of all of the time spent with them, how much it meant to him, how much fun he had making friends, bonding with them. And the comment after that just hit quite hard. It's so quiet traveling alone. Loneliness, especially when you're on the road, even more here in the fantasy world, is very hard, and it's much better to be with a group, which I'm sad to see him split up. Also understand his decision. He always wanted to go after his friend. That was the reason he set out on the journey. I hope he reunites with his friend. I also want him back. I hope he's gonna return to the party. I think he's a key component, honestly, for them. He kind of brings a balance to everything happening between them, all of the dynamics, and he's great. I like Zayn quite a lot. I'm gonna miss him. Hopefully he will be back. But that was pretty much the first half of the episode. Then the second half, we have them on the road, and cute moments again. Fern and Frieren sleeping, Star coming in with food from the hunt, starts cooking, and quickly we see in the background that Fern is sick. He tried to wake up Frieren, and she's just like, everybody's, especially if you're a sleepyhead, not a morning person, hey, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, but now she's like, hey, 12 more hours. Of course, everything is amplified with time for elves here, but he wakes her up again with a frozen hand on the cheek. That was so cute. Now, unfortunately, Fern is sick, so they have to take care of her. Even more now that the doctor, priest, the guy that knew what to do in a situation like this, is not with them anymore. So another reason why Zayn is so important for the party. But he left them some notes with medicinal herbs and what to do. And we see that Frieren also has a holy scripture. She can do some simple investigations there to see what kind of a disease she has, but nowhere near the same level of a priest. So very basic thing. She was using it to keep things on top of it there. But thankfully they leave out of the cold there. They go to a house to keep Fern out of the cold. I liked how Stark was carrying her, very cute moment. Apparently the village has been long gone. Only one lady, which was very nice. People are always nice here, the normal villagers there. But they have to find this icicle cherry blossom tree, where she was there at once with Himmel, but not really the tree. They're going for the mushrooms under the tree here. Now, what I really liked here, and got me a bit emotional, was when Frieren was holding Fern's hand to calm her down with her being in pain. to be there for her, even though she couldn't do anything physically to take away the pain. Just being there for emotional support means quite a lot. But also the embarrassing factor, we've all had this. Your parents, a crush, a girlfriend, whoever, be it in public, grandmother or something, treating you seems treating you like a kid with somebody else there. In this case, Stark being there, she didn't want to be seen as a kid by Stark, with Frieren holding her. And even though Frieren was doing out of kindness, out of goodness, and even how she said it was the only way she knew to ameliorate her pain, so to say. And they start looking for herbs there, and I gotta say that tree looked gorgeous, and the animation, the backgrounds, everything about Frieren is awesome here. And the conversation between her and Stark, people need emotional support, and Stark kind of makes her realize this, saying do what you want to do. And nobody dislikes getting emotional support, which is very true. All of us like to be connected with somebody, especially when you're in pain, be it physical, be it emotional pain. Having somebody to be there for you, listening to you, take care of you, it's very, very important. And we see the flashback with Himmel doing the same thing, holding her hand when she was sick, and finding out that just like his mother used to do for him, even though she died when he was very young. And man, the flashbacks hit so on point on Frieren here, and I have to say, Frieren discovering more and more about Himmel, about their time together, just hits the heart a lot here. That was awesome there, and I hope more people realize it's okay to be vulnerable, accept emotional support, and also give it to others that need it at the same time. And yes, nobody likes to be seen as a child, which is very true, but also at the same time I really liked how Frieren is always going to see Fern as a child, kind of like Frieren being her mother in a way. Your parents, no matter how much you grow up, maybe you're a parent yourself, you're always going to see your kid as a child that never goes away. And here the same case with Frieren and Fern. But after this they finally get the mushrooms, which they're pretty big to make the medicine, and Frieren definitely looking like a witch there, even with the cold the short smirk smile she had there, mixing everything. But yeah, Fern gets better, thankfully, and they're off to Oberst, the city of magic, for the next arc, which I'm very excited. Frieren is finally back, but we're gonna have to wait until next week for the arc to start finally heading for the exam. I saw a bit of the previews, seems we're gonna get some new characters there. I'm very excited, and hey, more Frieren. But as always, I'm really curious what you guys thought about the episode, and what are other animes are you guys going to watch? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. Also, make sure to check out the top 10 anime of 2023. That video was a lot of work. And also check out the podcast, Because Anime. We're gonna be back pretty soon with that, and I'm gonna see you again on the next video. Keep enjoying anime. Bye bye.